Welcome all, Papa G here. Today I present my soft and chewy low-carb peanut butter cookies. Some version of this classic cookie have a tendency to be a little on the dry side. I've replaced one or two ingredients to help soften the texture while still keeping that great peanut butter cookie taste. Let's get started. Standard peanut butter cookie recipes call for brown sugar, which is simply just white sugar mixed with a bit of molasses. To help mimic that flavor, we're going to create our own maple syrup by adding 1/3 of a cup of tapioca syrup and a teaspoon of real maple extract. Mix together well and set aside. Add 1/2 cup of vegetable shortening to a mixing bowl and a granulated sugar substitute equal to 3/4 cup of regular sugar. Cream both together. We're using shortening instead of butter in this recipe. Shortening is 100% fat, whereas butter is about 85%. This extra fat will give our cookies a softer texture. Add 1 lightly beaten egg and 1/2 cup of natural creamy peanut butter. Mix with a spatula to incorporate. Use a downward motion, pressing the mix to the sides of the bowl to help mix in the shortening and sugar substitute. Now add our homemade maple syrup and give that a mix. Add some salt, some baking powder, and some baking soda. Once everything is mixed together, add 1½ cups of almond flour. Stir and mix the almond flour in. Once our batter is thoroughly mixed, cover with some plastic wrap and place in the refrigerator for at least an hour to overnight. Once our batter has had time to chill, remove from the refrigerator and we'll begin to construct our cookies. Grab some cookie dough with your hands and roll into a ball measuring no more than about 1 inch. Repeat until all the dough is rolled. This batch rendered 24 cookies. You may get a little more or less depending on the size of your dough balls. Place the dough balls on a parchment-lined baking sheet. Be careful not to overcrowd, as these cookies will spread just a bit when cooking. Gently push the dough balls down with your hands to form a small circle. Now, traditional peanut butter cookies have an obligatory crisscross pattern on the top. I didn't want to get in trouble with the cookie police, so I decided to add it to the top of mine. If you add this step, you may want to oil the fork to help prevent it from sticking to the cookie. Place the cookies in the middle of a preheated 375-degree oven for 12 to 17 minutes, or until the outer edges of the cookies begin to brown. If you're baking 2 sheets at a time, rotate the cookies halfway through the baking process. When they're done, it's important to let them cool completely before handling them, at least 20 to 25 minutes. These peanut butter cookies have a great texture and taste, perfect for when you want a little something sweet. There you have it, folks, my soft and chewy low-carb peanut butter cookies. A great keto or low-carb snack. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and consider subscribing. I'll have something new every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.